I'm back with another video this week, and brother, that is bright. Run it. Let's go. This is a great one. You've heard it a million times. When are you getting married? Why don't you have a girlfriend yet? Why don't you have a boyfriend yet? That same question, that same scenario by every auntie and grandma and individual within your family that just doesn't know when to just shut up. But let me ask you this. And I've been waiting to talk about this for a while because I did it once in an episode and it was good. And I feel like, yeah, I need to revisit that because it's still cropping up all the bloody time. So I'm going to start with this question. Why do you feel you need to explain yourself to your family, to your aunties, to your grandmas, to every single Tom, Dick or Harry that keeps asking you the question about your romantic relationship status, especially when it's none of their business? Let me be real with you. I'm 31 and still every family gathering and even a few friends now, you get some form of interrogation. So are you speaking to someone? How's dating coming along? Okay. It's just questions about your love life. So who are you chatting to? Is there any prospect there? Oh, hello, you've been on a few dates with this one person. Tell me more. And it's like, yo, relax. And then sometimes they'll get on to me, be like, why are you not going out tonight? Why have you not got a date lined up? Why are you at home? Why are you just chilling? Why are you working late? Well, go out and do something. The best one, you got great vibes, bro. You got great energy. Like someone like you shouldn't find it difficult to like find people to like go on dates with and like build a relationship with. And I'm here just like, bruh, really? We're going to go through this again? And I feel like if you're in a kind of similar boat to me, you probably feel like you have to answer them, right? And this is like something I throw to my clients all the time. Why do their concerns feel like pressure? It's annoying and it's just draining. So that's what we're talking about today on this little video. I've done an episode about it before. I remember I spoke about it with Leah. It was a great episode. And I'm going to try and throw in a few things I said back then to like bring to the table right now. But again, if you're a fan of the Unfiltered nature and what I bring to the table with these kind of videos, and if you want me to talk about specific topics, if you want specific guests, and I'm going to get out of breath right now. Yeah, that's what happens when you do a number of videos and you don't take the water breaks. You struggle to get your words out. That being said, yeah, if you're a fan, please, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. It goes a long way. Don't forget to leave a like or comment. And yeah, you think by doing that enough times, you kind of know what you want to say. I really don't. Let me just get back to the video. So here's the truth, and it's something that I keep telling myself over and over again because I kind of don't need anyone else really honing into me right now to get me thinking about my age and why that should be a factor and blah, blah, blah. No matter how old you are, no matter your situation, some families and some individuals just feel like they need to jump into your business and ask you questions which really aren't healthy and quite demoralizing. And they have this mentality that your happiness and your success is defined by your relationship status. And here's a big newsflash. You're not living for them, you're living for you. But here's the catch. It's not about rejecting the pressure or fighting back. It's not about being rude and like getting ready to go arms and just give you an explanation. And it's definitely not about like trying to prove them wrong and just downloading the app and start swiping right aggressively and creating unnecessary conversations with people you have no time for. It's actually about having the courage to speak up to them and set boundaries with your family's expectations and letting them know like what it really is that's going on. So like for me personally, when I'm asked a question, when are you getting married, Brie? Do you have a girlfriend? You're a good looking guy. Have you met anyone yet? Stop playing so much golf. Go out there and date. Go to this dating event. Do you need any help? Blah, blah, blah. I felt the tension before. I kind of very much dismiss it right now. Like the old me would try and like brush it off or like play it off as I'm talking to loads of girls right now, you know, I'm chatting to one on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just all of that shit, right? Just to like get them off my case. And there's times where I've actually that used to be like, you know what, I'm just like focusing a bit more on work right now, so I've got no time for it. But I'm on the apps, I'm chatting to people, don't worry, it's just, yeah, slow and steady. I even used to like just be like, yeah, I'm chatting to a few girls, don't worry. And sometimes those were lies because I was chatting to no one, but to like have them just shut up, you just throw them out there. Not cool, I know, not healthy, trust me, but I'm gonna be honest with you because it's happened. When they used to like double down and go into a bit more further, like don't leave it too late, come on, crack on with it kind of stuff, it's like I was starting to let their opinions and their comments make me feel less than I actually was. And what I mean by that is that I was feeling quite shitty and terrible because it's like you're gonna go somewhere and you know what they're gonna ask and it's like, what do you want, man? Like the real kicker in all of this, right, it's not actually about them. It's got nothing to do with them in regards to what you're doing in this dating space, in this dating capacity. It's about deciding your life, your time, your path. And I feel like sometimes people don't understand that. So how do you respond? Well, here's something I'd like to throw out moving forward. When people come up to me with that, it's a case of, do you think I'm single by purpose? Because you haven't asked that question. Why are you like, if you think I'm trying to be single, there might be a reason to why I'm trying to be single. Maybe I'm not in the right headspace to get quite physical and emotional with someone. Or maybe it's a case of what I'm bringing to the table, people aren't willing to like take that on board. Maybe it's a case of I'm actually trying right now to get to know people. It's just unfortunate that they don't like what they see. Or maybe I just can't resonate with them. You lot make it clear about what the foundations are of a good family and what brings happiness in a marriage and all of that stuff. And if I'm finding out very early that there's a little bit of turbulence arising with this individual I'm speaking to, do you really want me to like then progress with that just because it ticks off a box and it makes me look like I'm successful because I'm now in a relationship? No, don't get me wrong. Over the years, have I gone a little bit more fussy and a bit more particular in regards to like the kind of person I want to speak to? Yes, of course. I've also learned a lot more about myself and what it is that I'm really looking for. So how can I just jump into something? And the best one I'd like to throw to people, to like say certain family members, would be, are you truly happy? Like, are you really, really happy within your situationship right now? Are you happy within your relationship right now, your marriage? Because it doesn't look like it. It seems like you're always arguing. It seems like you're always under pressure. And best believe, I don't want that. What you lot are showcasing right now doesn't look pretty. So why don't I take my time getting to know someone versus rushing in like the way you did? Why do we have to put a clock on it? Like, I see the stresses that you have to go through. You haven't been able to live and enjoy your 30s as much because you had kids quite early. I've got other adventures and endeavors I'm working on right now. So should I not explore that first if I feel like they are calling to me right now? I also like it when like I can challenge someone, especially from like a coaching space, and really get them thinking like, do you think I'm ready for it? Because guys don't talk about this, right? And I challenge a lot more guys to do it. If you're not in the headspace right now to actually date someone, maybe because you're heartbroken, maybe because someone's done you dirty, you're still missing your ex and you're seeing what they're doing on socials and it triggers you, or you're working with a therapist around other things, or like whatever, like you're doing the work, right? Why don't you throw that out to someone? Because we don't do it, right? We're too afraid to actually let someone know, this is what I'm really going through. This is why I can't date, because when I go on dates, I mess things up. I self-sabotage. I'm missing my mum. I'm missing my dad. Like, these are real things that go on, and these are real things that stop people from moving forward, right? But it creates this problem and it creates this challenge for other individuals to actually understand that, because they aren't able to hear it. So they just think you're not trying. They just think that you're not actually putting effort into it. The truth of the matter is you're actually thinking about it so much, like it really drains you. And what happens if you let someone know? What happens if you let your mum or your dad or whoever it is that's throwing out this information, this auntie or this grandma, you let them know, yo, I'm trying. It's difficult. It ain't easy. Maybe there's something wrong with me and I'm trying to figure that out. Maybe there's something that I'm trying to build up some confidence, because there are a number of girls in this space right now I'm trying to speak to. I just don't have the confidence. Maybe my talk, I'm just too polite and it's not what they want, or maybe I'm too rude boy, or whatever it is, right? What happens if you have that conversation with your auntie or your grandma or whoever? What then? What do they say? I reckon you'll start to realize that some people start to understand you and understand exactly where it is that you're coming from and be like, damn, sorry. And they back off a little bit. Big difference. But if that's not something you could do, here are some actual steps that I kind of pulled together which might be useful. So like the first one is just be honest and be kind. Like, you don't owe anyone an explanation about your love life, but I can appreciate family pressures can be quite hard. So tell them, like, I'm focusing on X, Y, and Z right now. And why don't we do this? I'll let you know personally when I have some news to share. Rather than you keep asking and getting disappointment by my response, let me tell you versus you asking me. Is that all right? It's actually an honest way of getting to the point without being dismissive. The next one you could do is set boundaries and be polite with them as well. Don't know how they possibly would respond, but here's how I would possibly say it. Auntie, grandma, I love you, but I don't really feel comfortable talking about my relationship status right now. I'm happy with where I'm at, and there are things going on behind the scenes, and I'm gonna just leave it there. I don't need you to worry. Just know I'm taking action. And that's all you need to know. Because that action could be you working on yourself. They don't need to know that. The action could be you actually speaking to people. They don't need to know that. The action could be you actually progressing with someone quite well. They still don't need to know that. Remove all of that pressure by setting clear boundaries for you. And that's not even rude. That's just being honest, because you aren't comfortable because they just don't get it. I feel like sometimes some of these individuals don't have the answers based on their generation. So ask them, when did you know it was right to settle down? What feeling did you get when you settled down, when you got married, when you said yes? Talk to me a bit more about that. Because what this then does is it shifts the focus away from you, and it challenges them to think a little bit more deeper in regards to why they committed to this relationship and are they even happy? And if they're able to understand, oh damn, this is why I did what I did, maybe they might get a better understanding of why you're in the position you're in right now. Food for thought. Another one, which I know is a difficult one, but it's like embracing the silence. Like, after you say your piece, you don't kind of need to fill in that noise with an explanation. Yeah, we do. Sometimes it might lead an awkward, like, bit of tension in the air, and it's just a bit like, oh, now what do you say? It's not your problem. They shouldn't have asked the question if they didn't want that response, right? They didn't think outside of the box, so why should you think outside of the box to then save a conversation? Embrace the silence. It's totally cool. And yeah, let's leave it there. I told you, like, I've had situations where, like, you've had to just readdress it and let people know, yo, back up a little bit. Things are happening or things aren't happening. I'm not putting any pressure on it, focusing on X, Y, and Z. Everyone's going to have an opinion in regards to what I'm doing, and that's fine. I just don't have to let those opinions really drag me down. And that's the honest truth. Another thing you could do, and I've started doing this quite recently, talking about my experiences when it comes to dating. And that's not to, like, badmouth anyone that I have dated. It's more of just to give a little bit of context to why it didn't work out. So when things have possibly been a little bit more not normal to what I would normally go through in terms of like a relationship setting, and I bring that to the conversation and we laugh up and they're like, okay, cool, okay, makes sense. I'm like, okay, cool. So like back up a little bit. Like, I know what I'm doing. Let me carry on doing what I'm doing. I'm comfortable. I'm enjoying the process. I'm trying to get to know who I'm trying to get to know. Things are progressing here. We're just figuring it out. And yeah, like I want to be happy with the person I want to be with. I don't want to just settle. I don't want things to just be as they are. I don't want to just tick a box. I'm not looking to get married for the sake of it. I want to find my person. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing it on your watch. I'm doing it on mine, and I'm enjoying the process versus beating myself up at every opportunity that doesn't go right. You know, I'm learning from it and I'm taking stuff away from it. But yeah, that's a lot of talking. If this has hit home, if this has landed for you and you feel like, I feel like I need to dig into this a little bit more because I'm going through something quite similar. Yep, you know where I'm at. All of my social handles are in the bio. Drop me a message, get in contact. Let's talk about it, because there are a number of coaching programs I've got where I'm trying to help people dig more into their self-worth and self-love, and then be able to have the confidence to have those conversations with people who really get under their skin. Because look, dating in 2025 is shit. Dating in 2024 was shit. Dating in 2023 was shit. Well, there were good bits as well. I'm not gonna lie. What I'm trying to say is that like, dating has got a lot more difficult as time has passed by, because you know what? There's more choice, there's more options, and it does create problems, and you kind of don't know whether or not people are serious or not. So I can respect that. If you're in that boat right now where you're looking for something long term and people just really aren't playing ball the same way as you, I get that. I know it can suck. You don't give up, you keep moving forward. And I feel like sometimes it really gets under our skin, like how to attract the right person. I've done a lot of videos around this, and so you can always like scroll through here to try and find what best serves you. But if something is really bothering you and you would like more of a in-depth conversation with it, find me. Let's book in a call. Let's get you talking and let's get you unfiltered. Because once we're able to help you shift out of this mindset and beating yourself up in regards to the situation you're in, best believe you're going to be flying. You're going to be in a great position. You're going to be feeling a lot more fulfilled and happier within yourself with the decisions that you're making. And I'd like to think that things just feel a bit more rosier. But yeah, that being said, it's been your boy Pri. I'm signing off, and I'll catch you lot soon on another video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, peace out.